Good evening, everyone. Your first forecast is brought to you by Stored Home Rent-to-Own Portable Buildings. Today, we did see plenty of sunshine. It didn't feel quite as humid out there, and that's because a cold front pushed in. It will continue to head to the south, and so drier air will start to move in to our area. So temperatures will start to drop a little bit, and our humidity will also drop. So it will feel just a little bit more comfortable out there, but the heat and humidity will return by the latter part of this week. Your first forecast calls for temperatures warming up to around 87 degrees by your lunch hour tomorrow, 93 degrees by 5 o'clock. Our high will be around 94 degrees, so it still is going to be hot out there, but it's not going to be quite as warm as what we saw today. We'll have more details on that on ABC 31 News.
Welcome to ABC 31 News Tonight. I'm Scott Beadle. Central Louisiana Technical Community College has expanded one of its allied health programs to their Natchitoches campus. ABC 31's Joanna Phillips has our big story tonight.
The Patient Care Technician program, offered by Central Louisiana Technical Community College, prepares students for a variety of jobs in the healthcare industry. It's now offered at almost all CLTCC campuses, with the Natchitoches campus offering it for the first time this fall.
The Patient Care Technician program is a 9-month program, and we offer a CNA certification the first semester, and then the second semester we have phlebotomy and EKG. You take some exams at the end of the semester when you graduate. It's an NHH certification, and you become certified in phlebotomy and EKG.
With this one program, students can become certified to work in 3 different fields: certified nursing assistant, phlebotomy, and EKG technician.
They either work in a nursing home with their certified nursing assistant certification, or with their phlebotomy, they can work in any hospital or any urgent care centers or any private practices that they can draw blood. For the EKG, they can work in any hospital around the area.
And this program offers a chance for graduates to get their foot in the door with a career in healthcare and potentially further their education after gaining experience.
PCT students will use their certification if they want to further their education, either in the LPN program or they can go further on. I worked in nursing school. I worked as a CNA, and it helped me get the credentials that I have today, and it helped me become a better nurse than I am today.
Here's a testimonial from one former patient care technician student and how he feels about the career.
I like to be that shining light for somebody. Just being a small part in helping someone figure out what's going on with their health. How can they better their health? What they need to do to prevent something from happening to them. This gives me joy. Like I'm actually trying to help someone save their lives. It's great feeling.
You can visit the Central Louisiana Technical Community College website to learn more about this program and others. Joanna Phillips, ABC 31 News.
A Jennings man is dead from a head-on crash in Allen Parish. State police say it happened shortly after noon today on Highway 26, just east of Oberlin. Troopers say 33-year-old John Whitaker died when his 4Runner hit a large commercial vehicle head-on. Avoyelles deputies are looking for this man, 21-year-old Justin Mulbear of Opelousas, wanted for attempted murder in the DuPont community. Deputies say a man and woman were walking when Mulbear became involved in an argument with the man and shot him in the leg. That wound is not considered life-threatening. Mulbear is considered armed and dangerous. Please do call authorities if you can help locate him. After a 2-day search, Rapides deputies arrest a 79-year-old man from Boyce for attempted manslaughter. Alvin Spurgeon is accused of shooting a woman in the Cotia Lake area after a fight between the two. Deputies searched for Spurgeon and found him after a second disturbance was reported the following day. They said that woman refused medical assistance. A man from Ball is arrested for attempted carjacking. He's 39-year-old Joshua Childry. Rapides deputies say he tried to get into a vehicle in the Gavin Drive area, but that door was locked and the victim accelerated away. And an Alexandria man and registered sex offender was arrested by Rapides deputies for battery, sexual battery, and stalking. Deputies say 47-year-old Travis Sherman touched a victim inappropriately at a Pineville restaurant. The Central Louisiana Veterans Cemetery is located outside the gates of Fort Polk. With the Alexandria National Cemetery now closed to new burials, it is now the nearest cemetery open for burials of eligible service members.
Everyone knows that the Alexandria National Cemetery is now closed to new interments. So our cemetery was built and created in 2012, and we are the veterans cemetery for everybody in the Alexandria Pineville area. There is a lot of eligibility criteria. It is the same as a national cemetery. But what I recommend is that if you have a question that you may be eligible to, please consider letting us know, because there's so many variables as in anything. Before 1980, of course, if you were active duty and you were discharged other than dishonorable, you are eligible. After that, it is 24 months consecutive. But there again, if you're service connected 10% or higher, or if you're National Guard, reservist, and you did a tour in Iraq, or say you retired from there, then you're also eligible.
You can contact the Louisiana Department of Veterans Affairs to learn more about the Central Louisiana Veterans Cemetery or others around the state. Competing victim statements and a reported retraction cause a bizarre turn in the story surrounding the arrest of an LSU football player. Drake Davis, a junior wide receiver, was booked into East Baton Rouge Parish Prison on account of second-degree battery Friday evening. He was suspended from the team, according to LSU sports officials. Earl Phelps has the story.
The 6'4", 220-pound quick and rangy wide receiver was mum as he left the courthouse.
You have anything to say, Mr. Davis? Nothing at all?
Drake Davis is charged with second-degree battery. His girlfriend accuses him of attacking her on several occasions, including being punched so hard that one of her ribs was broken.
Domestic violence is bad. It's dangerous. It's all over the country. We're no different here than anywhere else.
The conditions of Davis's release require a 10 p.m. curfew and to check in with his monitoring service at least 4 times a day. Davis and his girlfriend have been told not to contact each other, but attorneys say the victim may have already violated that condition.
Even when there's restraining orders, that people that have some relationship that love each other despite issues contact each other.
The DA says the victim also reached out to his office trying to make changes to her original statement that led to Davis's arrest.
Common and I don't want to say normal, that victims of domestic violence come in shortly after making the allegations and say, I don't want the charges to remain. I have a different story.
But charges against the suspended football player are crimes against the state, and Davis's girlfriend has no say if the charges are dropped or not.
Alexandria native Lance Corporal Daniel Volman participated in parachute training last week in Okinawa, Japan. Landing Support Company completed parachute and air delivery training to ensure the Marines maintain proficiency and meet required training hours. Volman is a parachute rigger with the air delivery platoon. The Alexandria Farmers Market added some special vendors to today's weekly market event. These vendors joined the market for an outdoor recreation day to provide information to guests about outdoor recreation options available in Central Louisiana. Vendors included River Paddle Rentals, Red River Cyclery, U.S. Forest Service representatives from the Kisatchie National Forest, and others. You can find the Alexandria Farmers Market set up every Tuesday afternoon right off of Jackson Street. During this hottest time of the summer, large numbers of people don't typically flock to plant nurseries, but on this edition of Get It Growing, LSU Ag Center horticulturist Dan Gill explains that now is an ideal time to go.
This rice field near Palmetto, Louisiana looks similar to most rice fields found in the state. But with a closer look, subtle differences are noticed. The rice is growing in rows and there are no levees to hold water. It's called furrow irrigated rice or row rice. This method involves putting water on the field only when the soil is dry as opposed to maintaining a flood throughout the growing season. But it cannot be done just anywhere.
It takes a unique setting as far as a farming operation and also soil type that's going to support this kind of cultivation of rice.
This is the third year Charlie Fontenot has grown row rice. Fontenot believes this method allows him to be more flexible with his operation and plant the crop that will give him the best return.
When you prepare the ground for rice, you pretty much set in stone. You got to plant your rice. This way, I mean, we've planted cotton in the rice field. You know, we've done that before. Corn, it doesn't matter. We can go with anything we want.
A major advantage with row rice is the conservation it provides.
The big thing is the carbon footprint that we're minimizing. You know, it's a stewardship of the land. We're using 50% less water, therefore we're using less energy. You know, with these diesel-powered engines that they have on the farm here.
One of the biggest hurdles with this technique involves managing nitrogen fertilizer, which is essential in growing rice. Fontenot is experimenting with application methods to help determine the best rates and timing for fertilization.
It's common sense, you know, you have volatility. You're losing nitrogen all the time. So we elected this year to do 4 spoon-feeding increments, I think of 50 units at a time. And we'll see how that pans out.
Last year, yields from Fontenot's row rice fields were equal to his conventionally flooded fields. With the LSU Ag Center, this is Craig Gautreaux reporting.
This fall, the balls are back.
That was so unfair!
With all the bumps.
Are you ready to rock?
Bounces.
That did not look good.
And wacky wipeouts.
This looks really bad.
Where everyday people go daredevil crazy.
Oh my God, she made it!
In outrageous battles for big bucks.
That did not feel good.
Wipeout Weekends, coming this fall.
Saturdays on KLAX TV.
Welcome back, everyone. If you stepped outside right now, you may have noticed the air is not quite as humid out there as our dew points have dropped down into the 60s. Still a little bit muggy, but still it's not quite as humid as it was the last couple of days. Tomorrow it's going to be slightly cooler, and we're going to see those dew points drop a little bit even more into the lower 60s. We're going to stay rain-free for a few days, but we are going to see the humidity return, and the heat will also return as we head toward the weekend. And we are going to see thunderstorm chances return for this weekend ahead of our next storm system. So high temperatures today, 97 degrees, still above normal, and still very warm out there, but our dew points continue to drop right now around 66 degrees, so it's still a little bit muggy, but a lot better than the 70s that we were seeing for the last couple of days. This is all compliments of a cold front that is a little bit to our south right now. North winds coming in, and it's dragging cooler air and also a little bit drier air into our region. And so as a result, it is going to be a little bit more pleasant tomorrow. Temperatures a little bit closer to normal, which is around 94 degrees. That's what we're going to see for the next couple of days. Then a warm up as we head toward the end of the week and into the weekend. The humidity, unfortunately, will return as well. And then we do have rain chances, and we're going to even see warmer conditions, or the warmth will continue into next week. Our temperature outlook for the next 6 to 10 days is going to be a little bit warmer than average for our neck of the woods, so it looks like the warm weather will stick around for quite a while. Our forecast for tonight calls for temperatures dropping down to around 69 degrees. Patchy clouds for tonight, and for tomorrow temperatures will warm up to around 94 degrees. Some sunshine during the day, and the winds will continue to come from the north, and so we are going to see a little bit drier conditions, at least a little bit more pleasant conditions. Our high on Thursday around 94 degrees. Overnight lows will be in the 60s, so it's going to be great in the morning hours. Then we start to warm up. Toward the end of the week, we're going to see plenty of sunshine for your Friday. Highs will be around 96 degrees. Over the weekend, we start to see those temperatures start to climb, especially in the overnight. Our lows will be in the 70s. Highs on Saturday around 96 degrees, and then increasing cloud cover toward the end of the weekend. And we do have chances of rain, especially in the afternoon. It will be a warm day on Sunday, but we drop down just a little bit on Monday with the high around 91 degrees. A few thunderstorms could be possible, and then more chances of rain as we head into Tuesday. Highs will be around 93 degrees. That's a look at your 7-day forecast.
In 10 years, my kids have grown up. I become a grandfather, and I even have a few more gray hairs. I've gotten to know myself better by meeting you. It's you who taught me to listen. You've inspired me. You've given me hope, and you've been here for the ride. Together, change happens. Our journey is just beginning. Are you all ready for season 10?
Yeah! The Dr. Oz Show, season 10, season premiere. Dr. Oz, weekdays at 11 on KLAX TV.
Good evening and welcome back to KLAX ABC31 Sports. I'm Zach Seminar. The local football season is just weeks away, and the Rotary Club got the first dibs on what's to come from 10 area schools. ABC 31's Shar Thomas has that story.
Football season is almost in full swing, which means long practices, dedication, packed stadiums, and dedicated fans. Today, select athletes from 10 local schools ditched lunch to hang out with the Rotarians. The Rotary Club hosted its annual pigskin preview. Coaches from each school got to speak briefly about the upcoming season. Before things got kicked off, I caught up with Tioga's linebacker Michael Shamling. Shamlin says this season will be better than ever.
Last year we had a lot of young guys stepping in and filling positions, and this year they say we're having a rebuilding on our defense. Not really it. I have confidence in our guys.
Head coach Kevin Cook shares that same confidence.
And we're looking to get over that hump this year and get into that Thanksgiving week of the playoffs. So we have a great group of kids coming back. We are replacing several people on defense, so it'll be a work in progress there. But we're looking forward to the challenge, and like we said, we always want to be the last man standing.
While the goal is to be the last man standing, Coach Cook is implementing mandatory tutoring for all 90 players to succeed on and off the field. Shar Thomas, ABC 31 News.
Well, tomorrow's going to be another hot day, so if you are going to take your dog out for a walk or just trying to find another cutie, it's going to be a little bit more pleasant the next couple of days.
All right, thanks, Kim. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.
The annual Sinlaw Duck Derby at the Treehouse Children's Museum is September 1st. Join the block party and get ready to watch up to 5,000 rubber ducks race down a giant water slide. Also on September 1st, the Huckleberry Brewing Company is excited to announce the very first Ben Jammin' Fest. The benefit will support a scholarship fund for performing arts at LSUA. Register your children between the ages of 3 and 14 for the Bulldog Kids Triathlon. Get ready to swim, bike, and run at this community event held on the LSUA campus August 25th. The Shrine Circus is back with amazing performances. Be a part of continuing their legacy of raising funds for the Shrine Hospital. It's at the Rapides Parish Coliseum August 25th and 26th.